Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here. Welcome back to another counter-side video. Alright, today's video I want to show you guys about the inhibitor rate, updated strat. Hopefully you guys have been struggling for 150 or 130 or 110. Got a better strat for you guys on how to make the wall move. Now, there are two distinct methods right now that you can use. Number one, you need a Chloe operator. Alright, if you have Chloe Star Seeker as an operator, even at level 1, it's gonna work. I'm gonna show you that strat or that method later. Number two, we're going to use Zhu Xiyun. Now, the Zhu Xiyun method is going to work as well. Unfortunately, you need to manual it, which I'm not a big fan of. Like, I don't really like to manual rates, especially you get like 10 rates a day. Like, you got to manual every single one of that. It seems like a big hassle, right? But just look at it as a method to maybe, you know, while you're trying to farm up or try to get Chloe operator, you can use this method for the time being. Okay, so the idea here is put your Zhu Xiyun at slot number 1, and then the rest you can put whoever. I'm going to show you the proper strat, how to do it at the end, but the important thing for this particular one is Zhu Xiyun, the moment you enter the battle, make sure you turn off auto, alright, and place Zhu Xiyun right here, alright, just in front. So this will force this guy to move. Wait for him to move to your ship, and then the next moment, just press auto. Alright? Just press auto once he reaches your ship. So that's the whole strat. Pretty straightforward. Alright? Manual a little bit. Put Zhu Xiyun. Make sure you counter him. Force him to walk forward afterwards. And then now you just press auto and place everyone accordingly. So as you can see, this strat, pretty conventional, pretty easy going. Alright. So let's talk about this wall. Alright? There's two distinct creatures right now that you have to attack. Number one is the wall. Number two is the boss right here. Now, how do you get rid of the wall fast? Alright, keep in mind, when you're hitting the wall, it's not a DPS check. It's a hit check. Alright? So getting attack speed characters or something that have high attack speed is going to be very, very beneficial. So you want to use characters that have very high attack speed, or preferably characters that can attack very fast. Alright, something like Admin Rifleman or something like a soldier works for level 70. But for 150, yeah, it's gonna be a big struggle. So therefore you need some healers as well. And Shinja, very important. A lot of people, they don't really see the value, or they forget that Shinja can do this. Shinja provides attack speed buffs. So you want to put her early on. Like, not like at the first one, I'll show you my slots later on. But you want to put her in like the second row perhaps. Alright, so this is the strat that I think most players are using this. A lot of players don't have Chloe operator, so they just use the Zhu Xiyun method. Now sadly, there's no way for you to be able to, you know, deal unlimited amount of damage to the boss. Eventually all the characters are going to die. I believe at like 30 seconds ish, the boss is going to unleash like that deadly attack, that one, that will destroy everyone. So no matter what you do, no matter how many shields you have, like from areas, from everyone, that part is going to be, it's bound to happen, you know. So it's all about DPS check between that period before you reach that 30-second mark, how much damage you can do. In this case, I managed to do 2 million damage, which is not too bad, but I've been trying to improve my damage from the timing. Alright, so let's show you the second method, which is going to be the easier method, which is what I personally recommend, which is going to be the Chloe method. So what is the Chloe method? Exactly the same. Alright, so let's jump into a 150 rate so I can show you guys. So, Chloe Star Seeker. Now, Chloe has this ability to cancel enemies' barriers, adds defense minus 50%, and sleep for 8 seconds. Apparently, this shield dude will, once you activate it on him, he sleeps, but he wakes up immediately because you have this cycle of these 3 units, right? You want to have a defender, a sniper, and a supporter. Alright, you gotta have these 3 units going in. Now keep in mind, your Chloe doesn't need to be level up. I just have her at level 50 because I figured why not, right? Give your attack, give defense, give haste. It helps a little bit. It doesn't give haste if I'm not mistaken, just attack, defense, and HP. But yeah, you don't really need Chloe to be any level. Level 1 will work just fine. So if you have spare Task Planner more points to actually purchase a Chloe Star Seeker, I do think it's worth it, alright? Or maybe some of you have the gear, the operator selector that you saved from last time. That's how I got mine. I managed to save up the operator selector. I did not choose anything from since the last time, and I just picked a Chloe from that particular one. So let's talk about the strat. Let me show you guys. In this case, we're gonna put a defender. Now, which defender should you use? Make sure your defender you use is weak, 2 cost, and level 1 preferably. So why does it need to be weak, 2 cost, and level 1? Because you want this defender to die. To activate Chloe operator, you need a defender, sniper, and supporter. So as you can see, we're going to set a level 1 Monet And then I have this Reaper right here. Now, Reaper, you want Reaper to be tanky. If you can give HP gears, go ahead. But without any gears, it's fine because you want the Reaper to escape. Alright? If you escape successfully, you are gonna get 2 deployment costs. So that's very important. And then this one is very important, the supporter that you put right here. Make sure it's preferably a 2-core supporter. As far as I know, in terms of 2-core supporter, there's Shimsomi and there's Ironside. So make sure you guys put someone that's preferably level 1 with no gears. If your supporter is tanky enough to survive the initial hit and didn't die, the strat will fail. The wall will not walk towards your ship. Alright, you want the wall to walk towards your ship. If the strat fail, you will see the wall will walk towards a little bit, but he will stop halfway because your characters didn't die. So Shimsomi seems to be the best one. So if you have these 3 units, this would be ideal. So that's what I've been using. So in terms of ship, I went with Enterprise. Of course, I think Enterprise is pretty straightforward because it gives hit. Again, you want to be able to, it's how many number of hits check, which is why I put my Shinja right here. So Shinja right here is going to be very important. So let's go through the characters and the gears as well. So give you guys an idea. Now, Sigma, very, very good. In raids especially, you guys know why, because Sigma gives the ability of deployment cost. Now the special skill right here restores 1 deployment resource every time, and also upon death restores another 1 deployment. So this is very important. Lin Hsien, of course, same reason. So we're gonna give Lin Hsien, in this case, I will give her like a high CDR, 72% CDR preferably. If you have better, go ahead. I do have Choi Ina, I forgot to mention. Choi Ina, same reason as well. Deployment cost. So we have ASY, Young Harim, Evelyn early on. So I think this would be better. So adjusting them, I think putting Kim Sobin first would be better. And then followed by Shinja. Again, you want to put Shinja early. Shinja is the only character that gives attack speed. I think I got asked this, why do I put Shinja early, not put Shinja later? Because you want this increased attack speed by 7% for her and all allies. It's very important to get rid of the wall. If you put her last alongside with Seoyun, Seoyun you should put last because her buff gives a 30%, right? 30% increased attack. So that one doesn't matter. You want everyone to be deployed first before you deploy her. So that one makes sense. Maria, you can deploy her later, you can deploy her early on, doesn't really matter. But I think in this case, deploy her early on would be ideal so that she can get her ult early on. So Ares for the shield, I think Ares is pretty much needed. So Ifrit, Chifuyu, we do have Sky Layfield for buffs. Machine Collector, very good for this boss. Again, Rosaria. Let me show my gears alongside the way so you guys can observe it for yourself. So this is what I have on Rosaria. Again, if this is too quick, feel free to pause because there's a lot of characters to show. Tarask, Heal Day for buff, again. Kestra Selin, she is going to be one of the few main DPS, alongside with Dash for debuff, Terminator for debuff, Seoyun for buffs. And yeah, let's go through all of it again in case you guys miss. Just gonna glance through this. Feel free to pause again if it's too fast. CDR for Evelyn and that. Attack speed for Kim Sobin. Shinja, just go with CDR, I think. And Ares, I believe, skill haste again. So yeah, let's jump into the strat and show you guys. This is the second method. I do think this is overall a better method than the first one, just because you can just auto this. You don't have to manual it. The shield method, you sort of need to manual it. But this method, you don't need to manual it. You just put everything, they die, the boss walks towards you, right? And that's it. So make sure you put your tower units first. Don't put Lin Hsien first. If you put Lin Hsien first, Lin Hsien is gonna go front. She's gonna stand somewhere here. The wall is gonna walk and stop right in front of her. So you don't want that to happen. Alright, so let's see how much damage I can do with this particular method. Alright, so I believe so far I've been trying my estimate or my max damage that I can do is about 2 to 3 million. Been trying to improve it slightly. As you can see, Awakened Yumina is not from my lineup. It's from the, what they call the branch manager, right? So you can have good branch managers to help out as well. So in this case, she just dies. I think what would be a good branch manager would be either ALSY, since she buffs. ASY Ministra is not too bad as well. Let's see. Someone that's range, Replacer Queen is also a good branch manager. So if you have those as branch managers, feel free to use those instead. So as you can see, right now, everyone will start moving towards the boss once the wall has been defeated. So ideally, this is where it's just going to be straight up DPS check. How much damage we can all do to the boss, right? So my main damage dealer is going to be Xiaolin, and she's not deployed yet. She's going to be deployed way later, right about now. Okay, it's going to get a little bit laggy, alright? Lin Hsien just got the ult. So I time it so that when the Enterprise ship uses the ult right here, as you can see, my Sioyun will be released a few seconds later. Maybe I should have put Sioyun earlier, but the idea here is you get the decreased defense for the boss, and also you get boost in terms of the Sioyun's buff for 30% attack. That's going to be ideal. You want to time that accordingly so that your formation can get the big chunk of boost. So in this case, boss is going to activate it right now. 30 seconds, everyone dies. This is unavoidable. Nothing can prevent this from happening. This is supposed to happen, alright? Everyone is supposed to die. I don't think there's a strat out there that can prevent this from happening. As you can see, I got 3.2 million. I deal 17% damage. Again, it's not a boss that I think you can solo. It's hard to really just solo this boss. It's something that collectively you have to do it together with your friends, your guildmates, whoever that, you know, can help you out a little bit. So let's have a look at the damage charts. Kim Sobin, she does the most damage, 466,000. Alright, Sioyun. Actually, Sioyun does more because Awakened Sioyun has the rifle as well, as you can see. So you gotta like add it up. So Awakened Sioyun does a lot for this boss. Awakened Sioyun, Ifrit, Rosaria, and of course Cassandra Selin. So those are my top damage dealers. So I would highly recommend these characters for sure if you're looking for damage dealers. The rest are just for either debuff or buff purposes. Like for example, Chifuyu to debuff the boss, Taras to of course decrease the boss defense, Machine Collector to reduce the boss resistance. You guys know the deal. Alright, Lin Sen for deployment cost, etc. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys find this helpful. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.